Welcome everyone to today's writing part 1 and email analysis. Before we start, I want to remind you about the tips and strategies guide which I will be using. If you'd like to look at the tips and strategies video, you can find that video in our CELPIP library in the writing section. Also, I will leave a link to the video in the description. That video will explain to you clearly the tips and strategies guide. For now, I will just be going through the guide page by page, and if you want to pause the video so you can read it, you can. The guide shows you about understanding the topic, the factors which influence your score in writing, ideas, vocabulary, the structure, sentence construction and grammar, and providing a complete response. Very important about email tone. Are we going to write an informal email, a semi-formal email, or a formal email? And then we have the structure that we can use for each one. Informal structure, semi-formal structure, and a formal structure. So let's get started with today's analysis. Okay, everyone, let's read today's email. It says email of suggestion. Okay. You follow an online cultural media website which provides all kinds of information for its followers. So this website provides a lot of information to anyone that follows it. Okay. Maybe like our YouTube channel. Yes. Recently, they have asked its followers, so the website has asked its followers for suggestions about what might be interesting content to report. Okay, so they want to know what you think could be interesting. So just like comments, right? Comments, everyone. If you comment what you think would be a good topic to write about. Okay. So then we need to write an email to the website. So before we read the points that we need to write about, we're writing to the website and you're one of the followers of the website or page. So what kind of email is this? Let's remember our guide about email tone. I think this is more semi-formal. Okay, remember semi-formal. It's not really to your friend, but it's not really to a higher authoritative figure or very formal like the city. This is to a website. Maybe you know it. Okay? So we're going to use semi-formal structure. Okay? And so our semi-formal structure is here. Remember, we should always try to write 5 paragraphs. And this is what we can write in each paragraph. And these are some ways to sequence and structure. So this is the one that I'm going to be following here. Okay? All right. And I've already outlined that in here, you see. So we're going to start with our greeting, who we're writing. So let's start. Dear Ukrainian Center. Okay, this is first, last, and I hope everything's going well at the center these days. So the Ukrainian Center website. I remember we were looking at this one in class and it was called the Ukrainian Center. So we can still address it, the name of the organization or the website. So that's fine. And everything's going well at the center. Remember everyone that the blue that I'm using here, the blue, that is our structure. See right there, how I'm sequencing, okay? So now, what am I writing about? I'm writing because I would like to make a suggestion for your website. I would like to make a suggestion. I would like to suggest. You could say suggest here. I would like to suggest some content. For example, here we can say okay. Like to suggest some content. I put here I would like to make a suggestion for your website. Okay. Let's leave what we have for now. All right. And we can continue. Now, everyone, let's remember that I am writing at CLB 5.6 right now. Okay. Now, I can even tell you that 5 would not really know how to use that well. You can even say 5 maybe would say, I want to make a suggestion. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I'm just letting you know that 5.6, what we want to do is we want to write about the topic, and we want to write about the topic clearly. That's very important. More important than grammar and vocabulary. But what I mean is, level 5, they make lots of grammar errors. But if you write about the topic clearly, it's more important than the grammar. Okay, but we can't, of course, we can't make so many grammar errors. If the sentence has so many grammar errors, then we can't understand it. But here, the best way to express it for level 6 would like to make. Okay? So now let's get to our first point. Why you have been following the website information. So why are you following this website? Okay. Firstly, I follow your website because it provides interesting cultural news about Edmonton. Okay. Now, this cultural news, we got it because it's a cultural media website. Okay, it's about cultural things in the city. So the website provides interesting cultural news. Okay. I follow, look at the sentence structure. I follow your website because it provides interesting cultural news. Now, Edmonton, that's my hometown here. Okay. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Okay. So that's one reason, but one sentence is not enough. We should try to put two. Also, I'm a newcomer, so it helps me understand Edmonton better. Okay. So I'm a newcomer, and this website, so I'm a newcomer, so it helps me understand Edmonton better. So there we go. So this is it says clearly here, it gives two reasons why I follow the website. It says clearly, two of them. Okay? All right. Very good sentence structure for level 5-6. We're not too simple sentences. No errors. Let's keep that in mind. We're connecting also after comma, after also, then before so, comma. Okay. Next, second idea here about the second point. Suggest what might be interesting content for its followers. So what do you think could be or might be? Might, could, will. Might be means possibly, it is possible. It might happen. Okay? So we put here, secondly, I think it might be interesting to provide information about more events in Edmonton. Okay, more events in Edmonton. So it might be interesting to provide information about more events. Yes, more events. We can even put here cultural events because this is about culture, cultural events. I'll add that after. Or maybe we can give an example. Right, we can give an example of what kind of events. Exactly. For example, people might want to go to the cinema, food, arts, and music concerts from Ukraine. Hmm. Now, we're saying Ukraine here because we have lots of students from Ukraine, okay, in Canada right now because Canada is sheltering them from the war in Ukraine. Very unfortunate. So, there you go. We give an example of what kind of events, more events, what kind of events? Cinema, food, arts, and music. Right. So again, what might be interesting news? Okay, here and here. We gave an example. So now let's go to the third point, third idea, add another idea. Suggest other information which might be valuable for the listeners. Okay, other information. Okay, what could be other information? So let's connect. Lastly, I think people might be very interested in any volunteer positions you might have. Okay, so this example here, everyone, I want to tell you that I got that example from one of the students in the class. So it might be good. And I want to say, like, even though we might not think about volunteer positions, this is still, it might be interesting. It might be valuable. Many people, many newcomers, they are looking for volunteer positions so they can improve their English and their experience. So maybe this might be good. Everyone notice a lot that we're using might be, might have, okay? And we can say, I think people will be, future will be, or that's more still 6, you can say people are. Level 5 uses a lot of is and are. You can say are here. I think people are very interested in any volunteer positions. You have slower level, but still there's nothing wrong with this. This is more 5. Okay? Now the reason we're using might here a lot is because in the class we were studying about might. The level 4-5 class was learning about using might and may. So we said instead of just saying have, we can say might have, like it is possible that you might have it. And instead of saying people are, like they really are interested, we can say might be, because we don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. That's when we use might. And let's get to the next sentence. Also, your followers might want to know about important holidays in Edmonton. Okay, we have a holiday today, Remembrance Day. So maybe you can say your followers might want to know. We can also say here, don't forget, want to know. Want to know is strong. They really want to know. But if we say might, which is the same, which is stronger when you use might because we're not sure, maybe they might want to know about important holidays in Edmonton, okay? And that's good. We added two ideas here about the third point, okay? So now we just want to get to the closing. Thank you for your attention, and I hope my suggestion might be good for you. Okay? Again, we said here might be. We can say here also will be. Because we're not sure. Will be, And here we said hope. We were just practicing using different words that could be stronger, and might is one of them. And I think that the grammar here is more 6, okay? Would like, might be, might want. I feel it's more 6. Let's look at the words, 142 words. Is it a problem if we don't have 150? No, it's not a problem. You can even have 120 words. The problem is when you have 120 words, the meaning is not clear. There are many grammar errors, many simple grammar errors. Instead of, how about will are be good? Some students say that because they don't know grammar that well. Okay? People is very interested. It's another simple error. People is. We need to say people are, right? Okay? Also, simple errors, not putting capitalization, T, spelling errors. Even though you have spell check in the exam, some students don't know what is the correct one. So that's level 4. Not putting commas, right? All those simple errors and 120 words, that will be 4, okay? But 120 words, 120, 130, very clear meaning, with not so many errors, that is a higher level, okay? And in this example, we had 142 words. Also very important, the structure, right? That's what I want to say also. Level 5, if you have this very good structure, like we followed, with paragraphing and some good ideas but clear meaning, you will get 5 all the time. Now for 6, we need more words, 140 is good. And we need a little bit higher grammar, like would like to. That's what we were practicing might be. We used might a lot here, that's okay. But we can use will be and can be. For example, here we can use, instead of, let's use can be. When we mix our grammar, it increases our score. Can be. Let's put in here will. So you see, can, will, might. Those are good modals to use, okay? All right, everyone. Clear meaning, good paragraphing, okay? With good connection. Let's remember that to practice, everyone, to practice, let's read it. Let's read the email and let's type it. Let's type it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Let's type it until you can type it by yourself in 27 minutes. That would be great. Okay? Let's not forget, everyone. Practice makes perfect. I would like to remind you that if you're looking for some more listening, reading, writing, or speaking CELPIP exam practice, then you should definitely subscribe to our CELPIP library. The CELPIP library has hundreds of examples of listening, reading, writing, and speaking, which will help you develop your score, whatever the score you need. Also, the library contains vocabulary, listening skills, reading skills, grammar, and writing skills exercises, which will really help you improve your general understanding of English and also for the exam. So, and you can purchase a 1 month pass or a 2 month or a 3 month subscription for a very low price. And of course, if you really enjoyed this content, then please like this video, share it, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way we will keep on producing more CELPIP analysis for your development. Have a great day.